Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about last week, I didn't upload. Today's a different day. Today we're character designing James and the mother. Both are characters within the game I've been trying to make, my Inferno. The first one here that we're making is James. The original idea I had for James was he was going to be kind of a scrawny nerd, and that was it. Like, he was just supposed to be some weird nerd that ends up being a friend with the main character. But then I ended up scrapping that idea, and I wanted him to be still kind of a nerd, like he's still into some weird things, but him and the main character have a history together, besides just having a childhood. So James is supposed to look pretty, like almost like badass. Not necessarily. I ended up designing him a hero pose. You'll see here in a sec yet. But he's supposed to be someone that's just really different from everyone else. Not like, oh, he's trying to find his path. Like, he just wanted to look like that, like classic 80s hard rock style look. So that's what I kind of wanted to shoot for James. I didn't give him piercings because I felt like I already did that with two of the characters, and especially the main character. I didn't want to be redundant. I took out his eye and gave him a pretty nasty scar you'll see here in a minute. Those are going to have a pretty deep meaning. I didn't like the first design, so I scrapped it. And here's the different design. I want to mix up my poses a lot. Like, I don't want to keep just repeatedly doing a default like 3D model pose that just doesn't look any different than everything else. Like, I want all the characters, when I design them, I want them to have a personality to them. I don't want them to just all be a, like, what's the word? Be pretty much just a clone of each other. So I'm really trying to experiment with poses and different looks and stuff. James I didn't spend a lot of time with him as much as I wanted to. I think in total, to make James, it took me about 4 or 5 hours. The mom, I spent more closely to 8 to 10 hours. And I think I like the mom a lot for her character design. I don't like James's all that much. And it's backwards. I hate the character mom, and I like the character James. But I don't like the character James's design, but I love the mom's design. So it's very flip-flopped. And James, I kind of just rushed. I didn't have a lot of energy doing him. No homo. But I had a lot of fun making him in a certain way because I wanted to really experiment. And you're gonna see a lot of cuts in here where it's just like randomly, like you're just gonna see where something's just instantly made. That's because I keep forgetting to hit record, so shame on me. I'll learn my lesson eventually. It's pissing me off. But no, James is actually turning out as a really good character. I'm not like the biggest fan of how he looks, but I definitely think he definitely has his own personality and character, and that really excites me. He's not supposed to be someone that's like mean or brooding. I think he's supposed to be more of a whimsical character, as like he's pretty happy. He cheers up the main character pretty much. Like, they're friends and they know each other pretty well. They have a huge backstory. I don't want to get too far into it, but it's like James and the main character, they were childhood friends. They both went in the military. They both had combat together. So, but yeah, not to ruin their storyline, but I think James's character is actually pretty good. Hey guys, Future Atomic Studios here. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Also wanted to add the fact that James and the main character are slightly older now. I think when I was 3D modeling the main character, I wanted to say he was in his 20s. I think I'm changing that now to say he's now in his 30s, like mid 30s, probably late 30s. Just a little heads up, I just wanted to tell you all of that. Now let's get back to where we were. Now we're on to the mother. The mother, longest part. Like, she took me forever to draw. I was really procrastinating drawing. And I'm procrastinating making this video entirely. It's taking me like 3 days just to fucking record. It's pissing me off. So yeah, the mother, I love her character design. I think it had everything I wanted. Like, I didn't want the mom to look really young. So later in here, you're gonna see me add some lines to like age her a little bit. I think that did really good for her. because the mom story is she's kind of, I won't say mean, but she's not like as loving as like a typical mom would be. Like she had to be hard on her kids growing up, and she was particularly harder on the main character because he's the oldest, and so she was pretty hard on him, and that ends up leading into a little bit, not really trauma, I would say, but more anguish towards his own family for him, especially the mom, because he feels like he's kind of betrayed. Also, a little side note here, I took inspiration from Proko's YouTube channel when he talked about how he used colors on faces. He said olive green for the forehead, a rosy pink for the eye line, and bluish coloring for the jaw. I think that really added a lot to it, and I'm glad I took that advice first. I think it really just changed up the character. Like every one of these characters, I'm experimenting something new. I'm not like doing the same thing over and over. I want to try to add something new, try mixing up the colors, mixing up the poses. That's my goal. So I think the mother, her character design, I spent so much time on it. Like just the little details. Like you never see me do like highlights in the eyes like this. This is the first time for me. Well, not for me, but like first time I've posted a video with me doing highlights in the eyes. And I think she honestly just turned out really good. And she has a look to her where it's like she's done, she's pissed off, she wants to get through the day. And I gave her an old Western style outfit because I feel like that would have fit her personality a lot more. Like I didn't want the main character to be very tech savvy, as in like, well, he's gonna be really smart. Like he knows how to like make a bunch of things, but there's gonna be a reason to that. But I wanted his family life to be very old school, and art might be what's the word? I'm trying to think. Art might be replicating real life, or is it art? No, real life mimicates art, or art mimicates real life, something like that. And that's kind of happening over here. She, at first, I ended up drawing her way too fucking thick. Like she was kind of turning into one of those step on me mommies. Not my goal. Very weird, and don't know why people have a thing for that, but whatever. For the outline, her face ended up looking really young. That ends up changing. I just used the same head from earlier, as you saw. But yeah, the pose, I wanted her to have a really relaxed pose in this, but I kept her face pretty much the same because I don't want her to have a happy face. I kind of just wanted her like, I'm done with today, I want to be over and just get through everything. Alright, so for her dress, what I went with was more of, like I said earlier, an old Western attire. It's supposed to be something pretty old-fashioned, a light blue dress. I'll put a picture of it, of my reference, up right now so you guys see what I'm going for. But at first I was just gonna give her kind of not necessarily tennis shoes, but like dress shoes. Then I swapped them out later for cowgirl boots, and I think that was way better. I like the cowgirl boots a lot more than the dress shoes. They weren't gonna be high heels, but they still look better. The face, it's only there temporarily for now. It's not gonna stay. I end up just copying over the old one and putting that right there where that one is. But no, I'm actually really happy how she turned out. The gloves were a little bit of a challenge because of just how dark they were. Lighting, I spent a lot of time on just shading her and coloring her, but I had a lot of fun with just straight up with this character design. I thought it was fun. Thought she was a nice character to add and design and create. The concept for her was just being old-fashioned, honestly, and I feel like that's gonna be a big emotional break for the main character, because his, like, each one of the people that he's talked to within the first demo represents one of the 7 deadly sins, obviously, and the mother's gonna represent one of them. And I want the main character to be able to look and be not necessarily disgusted with his mom, but scared of her. And not disgusted with her, but scared of her, or said that. But yeah, his mom isn't necessarily upset just to be upset with him. She had to, because they didn't have a lot. So she ended up being pretty hard on her kids because it's what she had to do when it came down to it. And that ended up forcing the son to resent the mom. And it's a lot of drama to it. And I think it really kind of puts a story to it. It makes me really like this a lot more. And I'm going to be crazy later down the line. And I'm just going to after I get finished 3D modeling all my characters, I'm going to probably go through, make a video of me just completely redesigning all of them. Not necessarily like completely overhaul, but I want these pictures to be a lot, like these drawings to be a lot cleaner than what they are now, because these drawings could be better. And hopefully I can probably get like a professional artist, because I want to be a professional artist one day. I want someone to look at these and be like, okay, you could do this better, you can do that better, go about it this next time, and don't just add this, do this. I like critique. I like people mentoring me, and that's what I really want one day, is to actually finally get a mentor. I watch Proco's art channel all the time, at least as much as I can. Sometimes I get so tired I just can't watch YouTube videos or do anything. I just become a blob lately, and I hate my life because of it. But yeah, anyway, this character was fun. She is a great deal of different things, and I'm actually really happy about it. I ended up learning some new things. The way I went about shading it is slightly different how I actually went about shading her face. Her face, I used reds and blues to shade, like reds for highlights, blues for shading. Her dress, I just used lighter blue for the highlights and a dark blue for the shadows. And I think that just turned out just as good. I think it could have been a little bit better. I don't think there was a good gradation between the shadows and the highlights. Could have done better with that. I think I went a little overboard when it came to the highlights. I think I added too much. Should have went back a little bit. So yeah, I feel like I've hit the goal with designing the mother. She definitely looks how I wanted her to look. Pretty much 1 for 1. Okay, I can't say 1 for 1. If I was a better artist, then I could say that. But she looks close enough to what I'm going for and what I'm aiming for. And I feel like she definitely could be, like with most of my art, she definitely could be better, but she also could be worse. So I don't know. I was happy with what I got, and I spent a lot of time on it. It's definitely not the best artwork out there, nor the worst, but I had fun making it. I had fun making and designing the mother. I try to push her personality out there, and I try to really show what she could look like, hopefully she can, as a character in the story, I hope she could really but help motivate the main character in a way. I'm not 100% sure how she's going to play into the story. I definitely know she's going to be a little bit of a reason why the character's going to be so cold, the main one. But also, I feel like he's also going to be the reason why he's so strong, and he appreciates that. But hey guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Stick around. I'm going to try to shove out more content. Next episode, we are finally moving on to not 3D modeling. We're going to draw the boss and some minions, and then that'll be the last drawing session for a while, and then we're going on to 3D modeling, and that's going to be exciting. I'm excited for finally getting back into it with all of you, and I hope you all are liking these. And hey, if you have anything to say, anything at all, I'll even take negative criticism right now. You can tell me I smell like fish, because most likely I do. I shower 3 times a day because of how much I sweat. Either way, random thing to say. Don't know why I said that. But leave a comment, any comment. Dislike the video, don't dislike the video. Hell, you could talk about my hairstyle and tell me how bad it is, even though you probably have never seen me. I am incredibly emotional wreck lately. That's a lie. I'm actually doing pretty good. But hey, I hope you all are staying safe. Don't add or subtract from the population, and just keep having fun out there. I hope you guys really like these videos. I try to spice it up a little bit when it comes to my art style. I get these videos aren't that exciting. I don't have a lot to teach you guys. I'm still learning technically. I am far from a professional artist. So I hope you guys can take anything from this and truly learn how I progress and how you can progress from it. I'm really wanting to push out not a video every day, but at least one once a week. But if I could start getting into a routine of doing one somewhat daily, I might start doing short form content on a daily. I don't know. I might, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. Stay safe. Have a nice day. I'll catch you around. Bye.